Hello loves, welcome to Fifth Dimension. For today's reading, I decided that I would do a 5D versus 3D just to see what's going on with you spiritually versus what you are seeing in the physical, okay? So the first card is Don't Dim to Fit In, as well as the Labradorite. We have Protection with the little angel aura, and then we have Awakening with this tiger's eye. All right, so go ahead and choose whichever one resonates with you, and I will see you at your reading. Hi, pile number 1. Thank you for joining me for your reading. So if you chose this card, Don't Dim to Fit In, or this crystal, the Labradorite, this is your reading. All right, sorry about that. I was interrupted, but back to this card. If you chose this card, the main energy that I'm getting from it is that you are shielding yourself from being seen. And I know this is supposed to be like the well, I was originally intending to have this card represent what's going on in the 5D, but I think they're letting you know what's going on energetically with you, like what you're projecting into the 5D, because you in your daily life, there is some situation in which you are shielding yourself from being seen. So what does that mean? That means that you are not being honest or presenting yourself in a honest to your nature ways to either a person, this could be at work, this could be in friendships, or just like literally in general to the world. You might present a certain version of yourself to the world that is not authentic to who you know you truly are, especially that bright part of you, the part that is vulnerable, the part that is pure, the part that just wants to play without worrying about other people judging. Okay, that's what I'm strongly feeling. I also think that, what else did I get? Sorry, I'm so glad I wrote them down because that threw me off, that distraction. All right, so let me just read what it says and then I'll see if I can get back in that energy. This foggy, oh, okay. So yes, you shielding yourself, and I say that strongly. That's the first message that came through, because if you could see like that big ol', I don't know, like rock formation that's providing literally a shield behind her. So, okay, she's blocking anybody from being able to see her. And that's not gender specific. I'm just saying that because she's female on this card. But she's blocking anybody from being able to see her. But at the same time, if you can see down here, this looks like this fog or clouds. What she's doing also in return, she's keeping herself from seeing clearly as well, because she's not in her authentic form. She's not putting these walls down to be able to show her true self and therefore see clearly past these walls. And so I feel like it's clouding your blocked energy to higher self. Yeah, like it's really clouding your connection, your intuition, your just your ability to be able to find your inner guidance. I feel like it's been a little bit, not a little bit, a lot disconnected from your higher guidance. So you're kind of like wandering in the fog because you're not wanting a person or a community to see your true self. Why would you do this? Because it puts you in a vulnerable place. I put right here that your essence, your energy wants to shine. It's meant to shine. It's meant to be itself, right? We're all meant to be unique. But unfortunately, society usually does not approve of unique. There's trends. There's, you know. I don't need to tell you this. But the fear of being vulnerable, I put that it's scary, right? It feels very scary. It feels like I don't want to be seen. I'm scared of people's reaction. I'm scared of putting myself in a place where I can now be okay. I drew a complete blank, and this is foggy energy, yeah. So that would connect. I was literally going somewhere and then I just got fogged out and I lost it all. I have no vision. Oh gosh. Okay. Your third eyesight is important to get your clear guidance, right? Because this is me. This is literally what just happened. I literally saw fog just covered up and it disappeared in my energy. So let me get back to the card. I really think that there is fear here because the pink and the purple energy, something about your spirituality scares you to embrace, or scares you of what other people might think of you as you express yourself in this way. But also for some of you, I feel like this is with the person, like fear of exposing your true vulnerability. It's like showing them what's within. I think maybe you have like a tough exterior, very stone cold, like a poker face. Maybe even come off like a real, what do they call it? Like resting bitch face. Like people see like a warrior, like somebody not to be messed with on the outside, and that's what that wall is. But it's there for protection. But within, you're actually very vulnerable, which is why you put up that wall. But anyways, that was a lot. If this resonates with you, then this is absolutely your reading, and the advice for you is to not dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? I also forgot to mention the labradorite. If you see it from one angle, it's just a dark stone. But if you just start to shift it, you see this beautiful shine, very ethereal, very just magnetic. You can't stop looking at it. I feel like that's you. That's in respect. That's not by accident that you are dimming yourself when really like you are meant to shine. Okay. That was a real cute message. All right, so let's go ahead and see what messages we get on that end. Yeah, let's do that first. Let's do 5D messages. This is intended as a twin flame, but we'll see whatever higher self messages come through. One more. Okay. Then we have what's going on in your current three-dimensional life, your day-to-day. All right, there's one. Oh, that's a good amount. We'll stop there. And then messages for 3D. All right, that's good. Okay, so let's see what we got. We have this connection is on a different level than I've ever known. Okay. I'm taking the actions necessary to love myself in order to be able to reciprocate love. So maybe that's something really strong in your energy. And that's why you're shielded at this time. You're trying to focus on self and really keep yourself in a bubble of self-love. Next time around, I want things to be different between us. So there's definitely messages coming through from spiritual connection. That's these two right here. But this one I feel is in resonation with just yourself, your higher self, okay? We have the Hanged Man. I'm not doing reversals right now. I refuse. The Devil, Hanged Devil, Four of Pentacles, Three of Wands. Ooh, I like the way this goes. Okay, that's a good progression. Then we have stubborn. I love how that came out with the Four of Pentacles also came out. Calm, that's what's coming. Logical, earth energy. More pentacles. Okay, I'll just place it there. Oh, you can't even see them. Bye. All right, right there's them. All right, I'm going to sit with this for 1 second. Okay, pile number 1. So let me go ahead and get started on this end, because this was a little bit of a different spread than I'm used to laying out. So I am taking the actions necessary to love myself. So I'm going to stop there on that message, because the Hanged Man energy, I feel, connects with that very strongly. I'm taking the actions necessary to love myself. So that's trying to change things to a different perspective, right? Why? Because the previous energy is the lack of love for oneself. Hanged Man, that's what Hanged Man energy is. It's taking a time out. Why? Because I need to shift things from to a different perspective. How I'm seeing it, I know is not clear, and we know that. Why? Because that was the main energy, is that you were not seeing things clearly. Why? Because you're keeping yourself from being seen, and in exchange, disconnecting yourself from seeing clearly as well. So that would make a lot of sense there. I feel like there's strong focus in this reading on self-love on this end, and I feel like this is something different, but we'll see. With the Devil here, we already know this card is the energy of lack of self-love. And with the Devil here, I really feel like your experiences when it comes to love, and this can be any type of love, it'll be different for everyone. Or maybe all types of love that you've experienced, or at least what you associate with the idea of what love is, because that's what you've experienced, has been toxic with the Devil energy here. It's that type of vibe that it looks pretty, it sounds pretty, it feels good sometimes, but it also feels like there's something wrong with it, okay? That's what your experience is, and I feel like that's why you've built this shield, and I feel like that's these things that came out, because when I made this little homemade deck, I made it with the intention to use for like love readings. So like to pull cards on what your person really like loves about your personality or characteristics, traits. However, I'm getting these different. I'm not reading it as having to do with anybody else. I'm feeling like this is about how you present yourself. You present yourself as somebody who's logical, somebody who's not impulsive, somebody who's very calm. That's what logical is, right? You don't just make decisions in your life based on emotions. You have to stop and think about it. How is this going to affect me? What does this realistically take? You know, all of that stuff. And then stubbornness, that's this energy right here. Four of Pentacles is somebody who's slow to take action. Why? Because you're weighing out. It's just this really, like, I feel like this stone-faced serious is how you are presenting yourself. But what's really there is something different. What's within you that wants to show itself is not that. But due to however your life journey has put you in a place to that, it's just how you've grown to present yourself, okay? But it's not authentic to who you are. It's not you being in an energy of knowing who you are, expressing yourself freely without the fear of other people, of outside, not just people, of outside entities, if you will, interrupting you from expressing yourself as you are, okay? That's real self-love, is being able to show yourself to the world as you are, flaws and everything, ridiculousness and everything, being imperfectly imperfect as everybody is, to be honest. And that's where that lack of self-love is taking place. but you're working on that. It says you're taking the actions. In the 5D, mentally, you're putting focus on changing that, okay? Next time around, I want things to be different between us. This connection is on a different level that I know, because I did also intend some part of this reading to be, because I brought out the twin flame. Okay, so let's see what comes out for, I'll get some messages. And we'll see what this is about. I also feel like this goes here. No, that was right. That was right. I had already moved it. Let's see what's going on here. Two of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Yeah. So bonus twin flame messages. Three of Pentacles. Okay, good. We have Three of Wands. We have Three of Pentacles. This connection is different, on a different level than I've ever known. Next time around, I want things to be different from us. Okay, that's what I wanted to connect. Next time around is the Three of Pentacles. So there is intention. 5D? 3D. Sorry, I just had to be sure that the cards are in the right place. So 5D, there is intention to be in this connection, okay? With like, oh no, it's not the message. Let me stop myself real quick. Just too much excitement here once the wand energy comes out. That's fiery, that's impulsive, that's, you know, it wants to burn. Next time around, I want things to be different. This is not a message of saying, I really hope there's a chance, but I have doubt, or I don't feel like it'll happen again. This is like, it's going to happen. It's just a matter of time. And that's what the Three of Pentacles is working towards. Taking the steps necessary, gaining the tools necessary. It's that logical energy that came out, actually. Then we have down here the World. Wait, why did I move that around? What am I doing? The World and the Three of Wands. I feel like there's also intention here, strongly being directed between the two. With the World here, I feel like this person, feminine energy, whoever's in feminine energy, is really like putting trust into the universe and allowing things to flow as they need be, with pure trust that all she has to do is put that intention out there, and that she will receive, like it'll come back to her. She's allowing the flow, and then it's going to come full circle, she knows. So she's just sitting here relaxing with her cat, having a little picnic, being at the beach, you know, living her best life. And the masculine energy is over here on a cliff. On a cliff far away, but not that far away, because they're both on the beach, right? She's down here. There's an ocean between them. He's up here on a cliff, sending fire her way. Sending fire her way with the Three of Wands. So they are putting energy in the physical. They are putting physical energy. What does that mean? It's usually like lower chakra energy, so like sexual energy. They're sending a lot of sexual energy towards the feminine, and the feminine is just allowing things to flow, I guess, waiting for that energy to get towards her. But the Three of Wands is that really strong intention to build something up, just like take action towards, and then Three of Pentacles, build something up. So then we have the Two of Pentacles. Finding some sense of balance in all this, because this was stuck energy. All of this is really stuck energy, like taking a standstill. But then all of a sudden there is movement here in this part, okay? So this is with self-love that's currently happening, and then this is what's happening within a love connection. Two of Pentacles is going to bring in balance, because usually Two of Pentacles in other decks, they're like all juggling the energies. But this specific Two of Pentacles, he has pretty good balance. That there's a seesaw, but it's going to move into the Three of Pentacles, where there's steps taken, even if it's baby steps. But right now there's a pretty good balance on the energy of what's going on, I feel, within this connection. Queen of Wands energy, that's that, yeah, like I said, that fire, that passion, that connection, that being the goal, really, to move towards that Queen Wand energy, I feel, in this connection. Whether you resonate with the masculine or the feminine energy, I strongly feel that, okay? Wow, this reading went way longer than I anticipated. But I guess I was cut pile 1 short, so you guys get the long reading today. I'm going to cut the other 2 short. Messages from your person. What are they admiring currently about you? Ooh, they admire your brave inner self. Like there's a part of you that's very, I feel, wild, and you feel it's wild. I feel like they think it's brave, you know, because I don't think you see yourself as brave, but they see you as brave. Loyal, you're definitely loyal. They know that they can trust you. They know that they can expect complete honesty, and I feel like that makes them feel safe. They really admire you in this specific energy, which is different than this energy. This feels more free and authentic, and this feels like a mask. Okay, sorry, I wasn't even showing. But anyways, pile number 1, that's all I got for you. Tell me how you liked this reading. I know it was a little all over the place, but if you haven't subscribed, do it now. Before you leave, do not forget to click that subscribe button. I really appreciate all of those of you who already have subscribed. Like, comment, all of the above. Until we vibe again, loves. OMG, pile 3. I had to re-hit record. I was about to move all the cards. But you know what I just realized? I was trying to intend, that's why I felt like I was all over the place, that the reading was going on in the 5D up here, what's going on in the 3D here. However, now that I stopped it and I took a look at it right before I shuffled, I'm realizing this is what's going on in the 5D. So energetically, this is what's going on with you. And what you're actually in the physical experiencing is right here. So in the 5D, energetically, this actually happens previous to this. And there is intention, a strong focus on this connection with the Queen of Wands, strong intention to take the steps necessary. Remember that energy being directed, and create some sort of balance in this connection is what I really strongly feel is the current intention, like united intention between the two of you. Both of you want more balance in the connection, and both of you intend to take, or in the masculine's case, they intend to take the steps necessary. They're thinking it through, okay? For the feminine energy, she's just in freedom energy, in her authenticity, and allowing this to flow as it needs to, trusting that it's going to manifest what she wants, okay? And then in the 3D, we have that stuck energy, that currently actively working on seeing things from a different perspective when it comes specifically to self-love. And I feel strongly your worthiness of this needs to be worked on in order to put yourself in the right energy of bringing this, manifesting this balance and these steps, baby steps. It feels like it's going to be a little slow because there is pentacle energy, but there's the strong will with the fire. So yeah, this is actually really much clearer that way. I hope you stick around to see that. Okay, bye loves. Hi pile number 2, thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this card, protection, and this crystal, then you are at your reading. I am going to do a channeled message on this specific card, which is your overall what's going on with you energetically, like what is your energy doing, in other words. Okay, give me 1 second, I'll be back. Okay, pile number 2. So what I'm strongly getting is that there is really intense change and transformation that's occurring energetically within you, and this could be like a real breakthrough when it comes to healing and releasing. There's something, in other words, energetically, that you are actively investing your energy in. There's something that you're strongly protecting with protection here, that you may have felt the need with the, or not, I felt that, yes, okay. So here's what I'm getting, sorry. Because of this powerful change and transformation that's happening with you energetically, I feel like already, without having pulled cards, like in your physical life, the way that this is showing up is really feeling the need to pull back your energy. That's literally what the message says, right? Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. In other words, okay, this is exactly what I needed. I brought a dry erase board because I've been wanting to do this, because the way that I see things, I want to just be able to give a little example. What I pictured is like, let's say you're an octopus, right? Mind you, I'm an artist, but I am not a drawer. I do not draw. I'm a painter. Oh, sorry about that. Okay, so energetically, like we're all octopi, right? Because our energy is never directed in one. We don't have one tentacle. We're not just like, this is the only thing I can focus on and that's it. No, we usually have like our energy scattered. Some of us even more than others, right? But you have your tentacles out all over, scattered, and you're strongly feeling extremely drained. So there's the need to cut all of this, or cutting whatever you can and keeping maybe whatever's most immediate to you and where you need to put your energy. Why? Because your resources are low. Your resources are low right now because of the transformation that's happening with what is this called? Sorry, an eclipse. When there's an eclipse, why does the whole world get all crazy about it, or like intrigued by it? Because it's different, right? It changes the energy. It creates this sort of attention all of a sudden to the celestial bodies, if you will, when the celestial bodies are constantly moving. Why isn't everybody all fascinated with what's going on in space every single day? But it's unique moments like these eclipses where there's that feeling that it's important, right? Even at the most basic level, it feels important when occurrences like this that are rare happen. And I feel like that's what's going on with you energetically. Something very powerful is taking place in which your energy is being affected immensely. And I feel you're really needing to pull yourself back. So that may manifest itself in you like deleting your social media, or just logging out, whatever you do, to like take a little cleanse, stay away. You might be not responding back to people. You might, if you're not capable of doing that, then you really feel the need to. You feel lack of energy. And if you are feeling that, experiencing that, pile 2, and not knowing where it's really coming from, this is where it's coming from. There's something big happening. And I'm not going to go into astrology and all that stuff because that's not my main. I dabble in astrology. I dabble in everything. But there's something going on with you specifically who was drawn to this reading. And if you connect with that, as far as feeling low on energy and feeling the need to really like stay back, like cut some of those tentacles and really like stop exhausting energy in other places, then you are at your right reading. Okay, so Look at how my ego felt the need to defend my horrible drawing, because I am I'm like, I'm an artist, but don't expect anything from me. Yeah, I'm really ashamed of my drawing skills, to be honest. I wish I could be a drawer. It seems like I love beautiful drawings, but for me, painting, moving colors versus lines, that's blending colors is my thing. It's what I'm best at. Okay, so let us get some messages for you. Yeah, I'm just going to do it the same way that I did pile number 1. I'm get a few of these. There's like a blend of love reading in this reading, and I think that happened unintentionally because I just got this thinking like there's fifth dimensional messages, and that's what this deck was intended for. So, but it brought the twin flame vibe to it. So now we have like a mini love reading and what's going on. We have, I admire the amount of patience that you've shown me. So that's definitely going to be part of the love reading. I find myself reminiscing about you often. That's for the love reading. I struggle with trusting that this connection is real. Wow. Okay. Is this going to be full on love reading? I've made the mistake of projecting my fears of being hurt onto you. I've made the mistake of projecting my fears of being hurt onto you. Yeah, this is a full-blown love reading. So maybe this protection, your need to pull back your energy, is specifically involved with a soul connection. Yeah, that's definitely what's going on here. That's different energy than pile number 1, but obviously we're gonna see what's going on. So this is 5D, this is 3D. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine. We'll leave it like that because that's the order that it happens. Sorry, I'm confusing myself. I need to stop. The Hermit, that's 5D. Yeah, you're pulled back energy. 5 of Wands, 2 of Swords. What else? 8 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles. Let me do one more. Oh, 2 more, I guess. Wheel of Fortune and the King of Wands. Did we get the, no, we had the Queen of Wands in the other reading. Okay. I'm going to sit with this for a second. Okay, pile number 2. Let's get into this. So I shifted everything around because the story was unfolding this way. So this is in the 5D. So what your energy is, what's going on in your energy, in other words, which is literally just in thoughts. What are you thinking? What are you feeling? That's what I mean energetically, okay? So what are you thinking? You're under the realization that you have been projecting your fears, both of you. I'm going to say both of you. If this feels very like that, like it's within both your energies are like mirroring each other. They're mimicking each other, right? So both of you are projecting your fears of being hurt, your wounds from past experiences onto each other, and this is creating conflict energetically. So Wands is like on what actions to take, right? Because Wand energy is the physical decisions that are made, taking some sort of action. So the 5 of Wands is showing like this conflict energetically. So I'm going to say in your thoughts about what action needs to be taken. There's conflict. There's different parts of you that are thinking, this is what I should do. No, that's what I should do. And they're conflicting with each other, okay? I struggle with trusting that this connection is real. And the 2 of Swords right there, that's exactly what it is. There's some part of you energetically that's trying to, I guess, like test for some sort of like a sign of Jesus to come himself and present himself and say, this connection is real. It's 1000% a soul connection. And I feel like there's a part of you that, yeah, that's really struggling with, like, you feel it, but there's a part of you that doesn't really believe it, if you will. And for your person as well, like, they feel the strong soul connection, which really, how do you know it's a soul connection? Because you're so magnetically drawn in a different way than just regular attraction. Okay, this is like, you can't get away. It's real devilish energy. It's really like you're drawn, you're consumed. Like yesterday's reading that I did, pile number 2, you guys were in the lava. You were being consumed by the lava, and I feel like that's a perfect representation of what soul, specifically like soul love connections, feel like. You were being consumed. And so this is intense energy. Because of this energy, I feel like that's where you are being called to bring back your power. Currently, right now, in the present, you are feeling, I need to pull back my energy. I need to just create a safe, protected space for myself and my own energy, and stop feeling this conflict and feel the need of wanting to have proof that this connection is real, of wanting to have a clear decision on what I'm going to do. Like, I need to know right now what's going to happen with this. I need to know what steps I'm about to take. Like, you're trying to calm that craziness, I feel. It's imbalance in your energy. And I know that because the 2 of Pentacles is confirming that for me with very balanced energy. Versus this feels like this is why you're in hermit mode. This is why you are by yourself in your own energy, pulling back your energy like that octopus, cutting all of it so that you can really focus and connect with yourself. It feels like she's really grounding herself. She's out there in nature, just trying to relax, trying to stay away from the world and connect with her wisdom, right? With the owl there. So that's energetically what's going on right now, as this is a timeless reading. Whenever you view this, you have intuitively the feeling to stay away. You're drained on energy, and you want to stay away from all outside energies that you don't need to exhaust at this exact moment. Then we have what's going on in the 3D over here. So in the 3D, what does that mean? If 5D means what's going on in your thoughts, what's going on in your feelings, that's energetic, right? Because it's not actually happening. It's playing out in there, but it's not physically happening. This is what's physically happening. What is physically happening? The 2 of you are reminiscing about each other, even though your energy may be pulled back from one another and shielded. I admire the amount of patience that you've shown me. There's admiration on one or the other's end, feminine to masculine, masculine to feminine, about patience, about really allowing this pullback of energy to occur. Like, there's mutual agreement and respect for one another's energy whenever it's pulled away, and they really admire that, or you really admire that about this person. Okay. 8 of Pentacles. So what's going on in the 3D? What are you guys doing? The 2 of you are putting in a lot of work. You're keeping yourself busy with the 8 of Pentacles. Just really focusing on your craft, really focusing on your goals, really focusing on a plan over here, on creating more balance in your energy, but also in creating a plan with the King of Wands. This King of Wands is plotting. Look at him plotting over here with his pet cat. He's like, all right, so this is what I think I'm going to do. I think I'm going to approach her from the north. And because of that, I really feel like there's a lot of mental energy of thinking about what's the next move. So that's happening not only in energetically, but like in the physical. They are just really playing out, I feel like, in the imagination as they're reminiscing, or the 2 of you are really in manifesting mode. We're thinking of each other and like playing out scenes that are all infinite potentials. You are manifesting different timelines, manifesting different, but it's one thing to manifest it, right? And then another thing to actually take the actions towards it, which I do feel could potentially happen because it is the King of Wands. So either or other of you may actually like reach out or come see you. I don't know, try to get together with you, try to maybe just reach out in communication. Something with the Wheel of Fortune here. He's planning and she's just like, look, this is what I have to offer. Sorry, I wasn't even on view. I have everything to offer. I'm the Wheel of Fortune. I have it all. The Wheel of Fortune is like immense luck, right? It is the feeling of blessings. This wheel here of, sorry, I was not even on camera. Love, having the house, having the riches, having the health and alignment, having your dreams come true, feeling like longevity and happiness and success, commitment, knowledge. That's everything. That's the whole package. I think you and your person have been, definitely like imagining having it all together. So, yeah, that's what I got for you. Oh, let me get really quick. What does this person really admire currently about you? What does this person currently admire about pile number 2? Come on now. What does this person... Okay, there we go. We'll take that. They admire how wise you are. You're also very easygoing and humble. Yeah, this is like laid back energy, and I feel like that connects with this. I admire how much patience that you've shown me. All of these connect with that actually, because I feel like the two of you, this is actually really mutual. When you have this need to pull back your energy, I feel like I said there was like a mutual understanding or a mutual respect for each other's boundaries when they're placed, which makes them view you and really admire how humble you are. You don't feel like you're too good, like you're like, you know, like you were better than anyone else, that your needs should be met versus theirs, because you're both heavily thinking about each other. But you respect each other's space. In other words, you don't come in and bombard them with like, why haven't you messaged me? Why haven't you called me? Why haven't I seen you? All of that. You're humble. You're just like, okay, like, I respect. You're very wise. You have an understanding of each other's, or of their need to pull back their energy. Why? Because you have awareness that it's not coming from a malicious place, that it's really coming from them, or understanding that they are needing to do it for themselves for whatever reason, okay? And that you're very easygoing. Like I said, you're patient. Why? Because you're not really uptight. You're not really putting too much pressure on having expectations of things playing out. Why? Because you're on your own, working on your craft. You're over here protecting what energy you feel is lowered or in less supply. Okay, that's the word. All right, that's all that I got for you. Be sure to click that subscribe button and send some love my way. I very appreciate those of you who have already subscribed. You guys are the MVP. Anyways, comment, like, do all those things. Until we vibe again, loves. Hi, pile number 3. Thank you for joining me for your reading. If you chose this card, Awakening, and this Tiger's Eye crystal, then this is your reading. So let me go ahead and take a second to see what messages I get for you. All right, pile number 3. So, okay, quickly I have to mention that when I first, yeah, now it's working. when I first started recording, there was like a delay, and there still kind of is, on real time for me versus when I'm looking at the camera screen from my phone. And that's not normal with my phone. It's never done that. So the first thing that I thought was interference. Obviously, I was thinking about like, why is my phone showing some sort of interference? But make no mistake that there's always significance when those things happen. It's to catch our attention, when, especially when I'm as a reader, right? That's once I start the reading, any type of anything that's happening energetically that catches my attention could potentially be a message, okay? So interference caught my attention. Why? Because my phone's never done that, and I was about to focus on your energy. So I strongly feel that energetically you are going through an awakening process, but I don't see it as an awakening process that's like what do you call it? Like you're not pursuing it. It's not intentional. So I don't feel like you are, there's like this lack of awareness to it, because when I see her laying down like that, I feel like it's something that's happening unconsciously, because it automatically makes me think that she's asleep. She's asleep, and there's something happening while she's sleeping in her energy that is causing her to upgrade, right? A new way of being. But with the interference, I just thought to myself, this elevation, what does awakening mean? It means that you're having some expanded awareness, which is what an awakening is. This upgrade is causing you to see things in a different perspective. So you are changing energetically. And it's happening unconsciously, I feel, more than likely when you are sleeping. And I feel like there's some energy in your life that is interfering. It could be you. For some of you, I feel like it's you. You're the one that's interfering with this upgrade, because elevation means growth, right? But it also includes change. Change comes with awakening. Why? Because when you see, this is all that you can see in the world. That's all you have awareness of. So therefore you make decisions and you live your life based on that knowledge that's within that little space. But then all of a sudden, when you have expanded knowledge, are you going to live your life based off of what you knew then or what you see now? Okay. And that's exactly what this feels like. Like there's expansion in your awareness, and you're noticing it. You're seeing things. How are you noticing this? You're seeing things from a different perspective all of a sudden. Like, it's not your normal way of thinking, because we all have like our patterns that we build, right? And so your normal way of thinking is one way. Your normal way of feeling is another way. And all of a sudden you're starting to think of things differently, see things from a new way, but also start to feel things differently, feel things in a new way. And that's what you're noticing during your waking day. And during your sleep state, you are elevating, okay? That's why this is happening. You're starting to notice different thoughts that aren't normal to you. You're starting to notice different feelings that aren't your regular everyday. You're having awareness that your perspective is shifting. But like I said, there is some interference. So either within you that you're like resisting, you're like, I'm going to use that example again. You're having awareness of new feelings that you're having, of new thoughts that you're having, new awarenesses, perspectives, but you're still operating from your previous awareness. Or this could be other people energetically seeing or becoming aware that you are changing the way that you think. You're changing your mind about them, perhaps. You're changing your mind in how you normally are. And this person, I feel, or people energetically don't want you to change. They want you to stay the same. They want you to live in the smaller perspective. They don't want you to start to behave from new awarenesses, from new feelings that are going on with you. They're directing that to you, I feel, and there's some interference in their energy. Maybe they're like literally telling you, no, you shouldn't do that. No, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't trust that. You should doubt this. You should A, B, and C, whatever, right? Just putting negative vibes and trying to, like, if you were expressing something, like, hey, maybe I was just thinking the other day that maybe this is what, and then there's like, no, you shouldn't do that. That's what I'm getting, okay? So if it is, for some of you, it's going to be yourself, like you're, like self-sabotage, it feels, which is why this awakening, I feel, is kind of happening hidden. That seems funny, but I feel like your guides are like, well, we won't make it very obvious that there's upgrades happening like we normally do. Like an awakening is usually some like really impactful time in your life where you're just like, I cannot live in this manner, not being authentic, not seeing things in a different way, like about the precious present moment, it all being, I just thought of like death. When you experience a death in your life, that immediately causes an awakening. If the death is very close to you, it makes you shift your perspective. All of a sudden, it's not like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, can't wait to get to Friday because that's when I have my day off and I'm going to be able to relax and I'm going to be able to watch TV. And that's literally how you go. Monday starts again. There you go. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. An awakening snaps you out of that. Like losing someone. You're just like, what the fuck? How could I have just been like sleeping on these days? Just taking them for granted. Like I had that person all those days, but what was I doing? I was just trying to buy my time till Friday so I can go home and watch that show. And an awakening snaps you the fuck out of that, where you're just like, my time is now. What am I doing? That could be me next. That could be so-and-so next. I could lose everything, you know? Everything, time is precious. So I feel like this is happening sneakingly for you, pile number 3. Like, they're just like, we're not going to make it obvious that there's a different perspective expanding right now, because that's when you see things. When you have a death happen and you see things differently. Life just feels so short-term, so unstable, so not guaranteed, you know? It's just like you don't know. You just don't know, right? So you have to make the best of this moment, because this moment is all you have now. And all of a sudden you have this expanded awareness. That show you wanted to go watch, and that was all that you were putting your energy into, like looking forward to, trying to make it through the day so you can get to that. All of a sudden, that doesn't matter. The now, the day, Monday, it counts. Tuesday, it counts too. Why? Because you don't know if you're making it till Wednesday. That's what an awakening is. It's this tremendous shift in your perspective, in how you feel about things. But I feel like this is happening hiddenly. Again, I have to say that, okay? And this is all before I even pull any cards. So I apologize for taking so long on that channel. It just really... When we are alone, I feel safe to be my authentic self. I feel like that's 3D. Messages for time number 3. Alright, we have, I thought running from this connection would bring relief, except that it didn't. Okay, I'll wait to see where that goes. Let me just pull cards, okay? Pile number 3. Because then I'm going to take forever. I will analyze them on a pause, because I've already made this video way too long. And my poor phone struggles very bad. Because I don't have enough storage. I'm always having to delete stuff. I'm always having a whole crisis just to upload one YouTube video. Every single day, then I have to delete it. Delete everything. Clear caches. Clear storage. Sorry, I'm complaining. Pile number 3. I'll stop. It's none of your business. You don't care. Ace of Swords. Okay, there's a lot of messages coming through. And then, yeah, we'll get some of these cards. And then I'll decipher where they... Yeah, okay. I am going... Oh, sorry, let me show you what we got. We got Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, Judgment, Hanged Man. Then we have Shy, Wild, Open. Okay, Shy, Wild, Open-Minded. Let's do this. I'm going to sit with this, and then I'll tell you what's going on. Pile number 3. That took me a good while to decipher, but it's very clear to me now. This is what's going on energetically within this connection. This is a love reading, by the way, if I haven't said that already. This is definitely about a connection. So pile 1, I don't feel, had a little hint of love reading. Pile 2 was full love reading. Pile 3, it's definitely a full love reading, okay? With this spiritual connection, I feel it's what's triggering this unconscious elevation and shift in expanded awareness about life, like that awakening. You're immediately thinking about, gotta make the most of today, gotta really live my life to the fullest type energy is what it's shifting you into, I feel. When we have right here in your energy, mutual energy between this connection in your mind, or so like in your thoughts, in your feelings, you both, it says, when we're alone, I feel safe to be my authentic self. So both of you feel safety, which I feel also allows for this shift in consciousness and awareness, in energy, because when you are able to feel safe with somebody, to just be your true self, this is really healing energy, to be honest. It's very healing, which allows you to sort of start to shed whatever past stuff is still clinging on you, which means it's triggering. That's part of the soul connection journey, right? Is really having a lot of triggers come up, unfortunately. The two of you are constantly thinking about each other. It says, I find myself reminiscing about you often. So they'll be going on in their day, but energetically their mind is always with you, okay? You're always on their mind, they're always on your mind. That's what's going on between the two of you. With the Judgment card here, I feel like this connects to this wild, as well as the Ace of Swords. I feel like you both probably see each other as a wild card, one way or the other. You or your person sees this connection as, or maybe they see this connection as wild. One of your energy is very fiery with the Ace of Wands here. Lots of passions, maybe you guys inspire each other on, yeah, definitely you guys are inspiring each other's passions. You guys are fueling each other's fire, if you will. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Like, you guys probably have a lot of ambitious endeavors, and this connection, like this feeling of safety, is really allowing energy to amplify it. I feel it's literally fueling the fire. I keep on seeing, yeah, like expanded light, which is what I was seeing here with expansion, and then the fire. I just keep seeing a flame, like going from dim to light, like when the candle flame is flickering or shifting like that. So I feel like that's what's going on with both of y'all energetically, okay? You have a strong connection with the Ace of Swords, Ace of Wands here. That's also like a 1-1, which is definite twin flame. Like, you guys are definitely high vibrationally connecting with each other at this point energetically, okay? This person really admires your open-mindedness. They admire how wild this connection could feel. I don't know what wild is talking about. It could be talking about just your energies with each other. With Judgment here, that's what I was getting. I was connecting with it, but I never said it. About the first thing that comes to mind every time I say this card is, I went blank. Why can't I think straight? That's so weird. I'm not tooting my own horn, but there's something about sings to her own tune. I don't know. And then I keep thinking the drum, but then I'm just like, no, not a drum, it's a flute. I know you know how my silly little mind works. Pile number 3. Okay, so drum to the march to the beat of my own drum. But then the flute was throwing me off and not letting me march to the beat of my own drum. You inspire that in your person. They inspire that of you to follow your own tune, if you will. You're going to sing your own tune. You're going to march to the beat of your own drum. You're going to do all of the cool things. All right. What's going on over here is what's going on in the 3D, what's physically manifesting, what's showing itself to the two of you in this connection. And what is that? I thought running from this connection would bring relief, except it didn't. I connected that to this shy, like this person comes off as really shy, not being able to like fully express themselves comfortably, like they're sort of uncomfortable with it, which is what shyness is. But at the same time, this could be both of y'all. You or your person comes off as shy in being able to freely express. There's restriction here with the Hanged Man, right? The chains and stuff. They feel restricted, or you feel restricted in a certain sense in the physical right now. Like there's some restriction in your actions towards them or their actions towards you. But this shy is also getting me scared. I'm hearing scared. Why? Because I thought running from this connection would bring relief, except it didn't. Why would you want to run from this connection that feels amazing? That makes no sense. That makes you feel safe and you're authentic. Why? Because you're scared. I'm exposing whoever's energy that is, yours or theirs. They're scared of this connection. It's triggering, right? I don't know if that was this pile or the last pile that I said that these soul connections, they do that, they trigger us. So whatever triggers came up was enough, brought up enough fear that this person or you felt scared and is feeling restricted. Oh no, it says they ran. I thought running from this connection. Okay, so this person ran. They left the scene of the crime. With the 7 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, I really feel like one of your energy, or both, actually, this feels like mutual energy. Like I feel like you were both at some point before this person or you. Okay, I'm just going to say it instead. I'm just confusing myself. I'm just going to say it one way and you reverse the story if it applies the opposite way. Okay? So she here in this picture feels, and I said that this was mutual energy, so they both feel that there was energy invested in which there was some foundation being built. It was slow, right? The 7 of Pentacles is not quite being ripe, so it was just like not ready yet for plucking, if you will. And right when things were almost turning into something, that's when this other person fled the scene of the crime, like I said. Why? Because of whatever feelings that this is bringing up, whatever shift that's happening. Remember, oh, that's where it connects. There is, what was the word that I said in the beginning? Interference, right? I think that's the word I used. So interference in allowing whatever shifted, expanded, conscious awareness, all of those fancy words, there was interference in allowing it to unfold as it needed to, right? It could just be the triggers that are the interference. It doesn't have to be another person. Now I'm getting that it might not actually be another person. It might be just your triggers, and then you not being able to allow this to flow. Why? Because the fear set in, and then there was Pentacles, which is moving out into the cold, where it's not comfortable, where it's not warm, where it's not safe. But that apparently felt more comfortable than staying in whatever triggers were being, by the acknowledgement that something was being built. There was a foundation being built for something, and that scared this person, not this one. Scared this one. So that's physically what's manifesting currently. This person left the warmth of all them pentacles. You see, it's cold down here. You're struggling in that blizzard, person. But if you look over there, that's what you decided to abandon. This warm, stable. Oh, is that 4? Yeah, because this is a different building. So, okay, there's a message there. I've never seen the card like that. This 4 of Pentacles is you chose to abandon staying, because right, that's 4 Pentacle energy is holding on to. You chose not to hold on to this warmth. You see the fire coming out. That house is warm in there. It's nice and warm. There's no need for a sweater. It's warm and very grounded in there. But this person abandoned that out of fear. And so now they're out in chaos, I feel. Are you in chaos, person? You or your person's in chaos. or just feeling left out, feeling cold, feeling sad. Doesn't have to be chaos. Could just be they're just like, oh, like I want to be in that warm place, but I'm scared. I'm scared of the fire. Something like that. All right, I gotta cut this reading. I'm all over the place and this is way too long, pound number 3. But please click subscribe if you haven't already. Do me that favor. Thank you for those who already have. Give me likes, give me comments. I love all that stuff. Send it my way. Until we vibe again.